5:18 p.m. Tuesday, October 23rd, 2018. Episode number 681 of UhhYeahDude. My name is Jonathan, and this is Seth.
How's it, brother?
Hello,
you said
Seth.
518. You must mean 218.
680. Sweet.
You must
681. What did I say?
681, but you must mean it's 218. Oh, we're back on Pacific Standard Time? My bad. I'm still on Hawaiian Illusion or whatever. I'm on Hawaiian
518.
time.
I said the right episode. Yeah.
Yeah.
You are still on
But you're saying it's
island time.
518. To me, this World Series between the Red Sox and Dodgers has started. I guess it's 518 here, but in my mind, it's 218. It's an island. It's Polynesian in nature. It's magical in spirit.
I'm so happy.
You're 100% right.
Okay, so
You're right.
Let's talk. Let's discuss.
What's to discuss?
Just a little bit. I was right.
I died and went to heaven. You were right.
Would you go back?
Would I go back to the ocean that calls me daily and nightly?
Did you snorkel?
Did I snorkel?
That's like insane to me.
Did I snorkel? Did I fall asleep to the ocean tides and then wake up again? Did I fall asleep to an episode of Magnum? I couldn't stay up to the end, literally. Started at 8 o'clock there.
Asleep.
Watching it.
8:22.
Samantha asleep at 8:30 in the morning. What happened at the end of Magnum? I don't know. I fell asleep at like 10 minutes left. Magnum.
I think he got him.
Magnum got him.
But I'm not positive.
But I don't know for sure. It was like gnarly rips and Ono Grinds. I almost bought a pair of Vans yesterday, Jonathan.
Still living it.
I'm still living that.
Is it easier to identify with sort of the beachy people here now that you've been there?
No, because the people here are garbage people. No.
I sometimes see people here and I'm like, oh, they're just
I see. They're like want to be there, but they can't.
So they're
here.
Which
I respect that.
Which is the best.
But I don't, because it's only there.
But this is the second best.
But it's really only there.
If you have to be mainland.
Yeah, I mean, when you just sometimes in the ocean, she's furious. She can grab a hold of you when you least expect, because you get cocky.
Do you?
Well, you do when you're in the ocean every day like me.
So you go from never having been in the ocean to cocky in the ocean.
3 beaches in one day. Couldn't stop. Up and down.
Body surfing.
Kapa'a, Princeville. Just knocking fucking people out the way. Oh, man. But really, it's like...
Out of the way, kook.
Out of the way, kook. But it's like when you fall asleep to the tides and you wake and rise.
Tides. I can't believe you hung out on the beach where I lost my virginity.
Walked that beach until I felt it. I said, I believe this is the spot.
This must be the spot.
This must be it. Because
Let me lay down. She didn't let me climax. I meant to clarify that.
I don't know if that counts. I don't know if that counts.
I think it does.
It's like a Christian side hug. That's a Hawaiian Christian side hug.
That's where you just
you have sex on the beach.
Orgasmless sex.
Orgasmless sex on the beach is a Hawaiian Christian side hug. I lived to tell the tale. I got in that Jeep and I explored from the south to the north, from the east to the west.
It's amazing.
It really is amazing.
You had reef shoes on at one point. I know that.
Yeah,
I
a picture was sent to you.
The only photograph I got sent of the entire Hawaiian vacation was just a picture of you not even you, just your reef shoes and your foot.
Yeah, my water shoes. Got to have them, you know?
Yeah, when you're walking on those.
You're constantly in the ocean that calls your name morning, noon, and night. Jonathan, tell me if there's a better feeling than a long day at the beach with sun and surf and sand, and you're out and you're about, and then you walk back into that grand resort, and it's like you just arrived. Wait a minute, everything has been picked up. Towels that were discarded, trash, laying in bed, my Kauai avocados that I've just left here, brand new. Let me get into this gorgeous state-of-the-art Lux shower and wash it all away.
It's amazing.
It's amazing.
It's the best.
The news, my Hawaii news. Oh, my God, my local news. Newscasters just wearing aloha shirts. You're a newscaster. Yeah, dog, it's cool.
We're chill.
Learning a lot about the culture and the people.
I'm so happy that you went.
Luau's,
I'm so happy you had a good time.
Post-pig luau's. Hula dancers, ukuleles. Man.
It's a lot to take in.
It's so much like a bra to take in.
Did you find yourself at the end of it? Could you have stayed longer? Or were you ready to be like, okay, I want to go back home and like get some perspective? Or were you like, had you moved into a zone of like, oh, I could just like if Jonathan moved here, we could just do the podcast.
Just do it from the Grand Hyatt, as we should. Live at the Grand Hyatt.
Every week.
Ladies and gentlemen, live from the Grand Hyatt every week.
Whether you want them to or not.
Here they are again.
Here they are once again.
Wow.
We tried to have them removed.
We're going to stop the local entertainment. We'll bring them in again. Thank you.
I'm so glad you had a good time. While you were gone, I
found a new podcast partner.
I have a new podcast partner. No, what did I do? I saw a film.
Okay.
It's a film that you've seen as well.
What film is this?
It's a film that you didn't like that I cried in.
Was this in the theater?
It was in a theater.
And I've seen it recently?
Yeah.
And I saw it in a theater?
Yeah. I don't think you cried.
Well, there's no possible way because films can't make you cry. So what movie could this be?
Star Is Born.
You mean Snore Is Born?
Did you see it alone?
No.
You saw it with a lady
girl,
friend? So that didn't help? That didn't like...
Unwatchable. Spent the last 10 minutes in the lobby waiting to leave.
The last 10 minutes are not so good.
It's unwatchable.
I don't know if it's unwatchable. It's going to win
all
the Oscars.
Well,
just
yeah.
so you know. I mean, not that is any
no.
indication of its quality. But
No. Get over here. Let me look at you. I'll talk like this now. Spoiler alert. This old-ass man, Sam Elliott's my brother. What? Okay.
It's
because you're a musician, so right there you have...
I think it got me...
Yeah, it gets you on that, when he's on that Coachella stage, and as you're a singer-songwriter, as you know, and so you're thinking... meanwhile, I'm not, so I'm like, Bogota! Handsome. He's handsome.
He's handsome.
No getting around that.
And
she's a talent. That girl can sing. That woman has a voice on her.
She does. And it's a voice that exists outside of the person that it's the movie is somehow a testament to that, I think, in a way that it's like, oh, you could probably do this in any sort of capacity because you just have a voice on you. Like, you know what I mean? That it's
two beauties on the screen.
It's not a great movie.
Well, it's terrible. What about her British manager? Like,
what about the Dice Man?
The Dice Man? Dice Dad?
Dice Dad was good.
Dice Dad
With
was
his
good, he
fucking
said.
Stroke eye. he's going to win a fucking Oscar for that little
I don't
stroke
know
eye.
what happened in that movie. It's a beautiful film. It's going to win all the awards.
We're on the deep end.
Get over here. Let me look at you. I'm fucking drunk. I'm a fucking drunk.
That
Handsome
British
man.
manager.
Handsome man.
Oh
my God.
that fucking...
When
he was like the worst.
Oh my God.
You know, he was like a low rent. He kept reminding me of what's his name, Joseph Gordon-Levitt. But I was like, why didn't you get
just get JGL?
You gotten him. It would have been like awesome.
JGL's here. He's on a veil for a few things, but I think you can get him. Speaking of awards, because that's what it's about. If you don't win an award, who are you? I mean, why do it?
We're finally going to get our Webby this year.
Why do it? Well, what we're not getting, Friday, January 18th, 2019, at the iHeartRadio Theater in beautiful Burbank, California, comes the first ever iHeartRadio Podcast Awards. Co-hosted by Charlemagne the God, live stream hosted by Mario Lopez. Let me give you some quotes here from Connell Byrne. He's the president of iHeartMedia's podcasting division. Podcasting has roared onto the audio scene, creating the most excitement since the advent of streaming music services. Just roared in, huh? Roaring in. Roaring in. You mean like 13 years ago? Roared in? Like us? What are you talking about?
Meow.
Meow, meow. Meow, meow. Meow. iHeartMedia Chairman and CEO Bob Pitton in the podcasting space is on fire, and we're excited to recognize its leaders as decided by the fans and a panel of industry creatives and experts. It's on fire. Yeah, it's on fire. It's like burning. Like a big trash fucking fire.
Trashy fire.
Fuck.
Tire fire.
Yeah, it is. It's a huge tire fire in Downey, California that's 19 miles long. The nominees for Best Comedy Podcast. Two Dope Queens. Of course. I bow down to the Queens. I mean, I saw the Queens live. I got to respect that choice. Anna Faris. Bill Burr. Joe Rogan. Mark Maron. Guess you got the huge susps in there. Huge sus. Burr. Rogan. Maron.
I mean, if Joe Rogan's podcast is considered a comedy podcast, then we should be called like two Eddie Murphys.
Like Laurel and Hardy.
Like, it's like, we are like...
Buster Keaton and Charlie Chaplin presents podcasting. What about the Brooklyn Boys podcast? They're the last nominee. I didn't know much about the Brooklyn Boys. They're producers on the Elvis Duran and the Morning Show. That's on Z100 in New York.
This is a syndicated radio.
They were
podcast show.
They were formerly the Z Morning Zoo. They started a podcast. They're producers and they appear on the show. And they started. So it's a couple of dudes. Looks like they're in their 50s. Couple of Brooklyn boys talking about Brooklyn things. Bye, Brooklyn boys. Brooklyn boys. Listen. Good point about Rogan.
I mean, it's just not a...
But okay.
It's a 4-hour
talk
show.
Yeah, about fucking LSD. So it's like not...
about MMA and LSD. Like, comedy comes in a cool
maybe,
third or fourth.
Yeah. Like the guy got kicked in the nuts. Okay, but still, people love it. Jonathan, if we're not funnier
also,
than the
again,
Brooklyn
Mark
Boys,
Maron, he's a comedian. The show is an interview show. It's not a comedy show.
Okay, good point.
Sorry.
Good point.
It's a
Jonathan.
little insane. Also,
Jonathan?
Are there podcasts on iHeartRadio? What is
Yes.
iHeartRadio?
iHeartRadio is some sort of thing,
It's a streaming thing?
and I think they have a theater in Burbank. All of these
all own the
podcasts
theater.
are on iHeartRadio podcasts. So that
Are we
helps.
on there?
No.
Could we be?
I think they have to ask you maybe to come. I don't know how it works. Jonathan, we've been in the game too long to figure it out now. It's just me, you, and this guy right here. You and me.
I know Spotify offered
Jonathan.
us to put us on Spotify
Jonathan,
radio or
are
whatever.
the Brooklyn Boy? If the Brooklyn Boys are funnier than us, we have to kill each other and just call it.
They might be.
Are two producers of a morning zoo show in New York for the last 20 years that started a podcast because now they can? Are they funnier? Is their show funnier than us? Tell me.
We gotta. Did you listen?
No, I'm too scared because if they are, it's like everything. My life is it's a lie. Jonathan, if I put on the Brooklyn Boys and I call you and I'm like, the Brooklyn Boys kill it.
They kill it.
They kill it. They make us look whack because they are the greats. They're the Brooklyn Boys. Oh, talk about the Mets. Why are you talking about the Mets? How the fuck are they going to come to L.A. when there's no good pizza in L.A.? We can't even go out to L.A. for the awards. They ain't got no good pizza out here. Did you hear the last Brooklyn Boys podcast? They came out to L.A. to win their award for Best Comedy Podcast. It's an hour about them complaining about the pizza in L.A. No, they don't get the water out here. Kathy Moriarty, she's got the water, and you put it in the fucking dough. With the Brooklyn Boys. Yeah, what?
Yeah. What?
Yeah, fucking next. And the iHeart Radio Podcast Award goes to the Brooklyn Boys. Jonathan, I'm so scared to listen to them because they're so funny, and their show is constant laughter, and it will make us have to question everything that we do. We'll have to
Stop.
How could you go on?
We can't. We're not allowed to go on.
Not allowed to go on.
I'm
just telling the fucking
It's a little
security. Tell security for that fucking theater. Keep an eye out for me. You better put some pictures of me around that fucking theater.
Could we get access into
I'm gonna
those award
Kanye
shows?
that shit. I'm gonna rip the mic away from the Brooklyn Boys. Brooklyn Boys.
That's during
you are
the
a great podcast.
iHeartRadio Music Awards?
No, this is a
completely separate night.
First annual podcast awards.
So it's just they cover all of them.
Oh, it's everything. Yeah, politics, sports, comedy.
Fuck it.
So two guys sat around. They talked about an MMA fight for 3 hours, and that's a comedy podcast.
I mean, What are the other shows? Mark Maron's not a comedy show; it's an interview show.
Bill Burr, I think.
Bill
he
Burr
was
is a stand-up.
comedy,
Has
right?
got to be. That's got to be kind of comedy.
And Anna Faris.
That used to be a love advice show with her old
that-
man, right? And then he
No.
bounced, and now it's just her.
No, you might be thinking of Dax. Dax not get nominated. He must not be on iHeartRadio.
With Dax? No, I'm thinking of
You're thinking of her and Chris?
what? Didn't they have? Wasn't he on? Oh, was he just a guest on the show?
No, I
it
think
was
it's
her
just
show.
hers.
But I think it's a love advice show.
Okay, I'll give you that. Anna Faris is unqualified, so it must sort of be-
Unqualified to be giving love advice.
because I broke up with this fool.
Well,
The
no.
best decision she ever made. She has all the fucking. She
I
can
think
give
it's
any
an
advice she wants.
I think it's an advice show. So I mean, this comedy is a loose definition, and
Queens-
that's not to say that.
No. So it's just
Listen,
the Queens.
we could probably be not considered a comedy show. You know,
Well,
9
for
out
long.
of 10 episodes.
Yeah. Well, I didn't really get much laughter. But have you heard the Brooklyn Boys? The Brooklyn Boys talk about Brooklyn things, and you need to hear it. Oh, what's up with Brooklyn when I'm driving and I'm on this freeway and then the island, Long Island?
Not so great relationship advice.
All right.
Thank you.
That's funny. I'm sure.
But is it?
It's not Dr. Ruth, you know.
Well, I guess on our show is a comedy show, but it's a current event show. I guess
don't know.
it's a premise for a comedy show.
I don't know what we are anymore, dog.
No, I mean
That's what I'm saying.
I definitely don't know what
Came
we
in like
are.
a wrecking ball long time ago.
Fuck this shit.
Maybe they'll have a special, couldn't it be like a longevity section? Like we can walk up like, hello, kids.
Yeah.
Let us tell you about the early days.
The college try category.
Yeah, well, they've been around. Like a Susan Lucci Award.
Yeah.
They've been doing it. Just give them something. Bring them out.
They'll have to.
Come on out, guys. Come on out, Grays. The old Grays are here. Yeah, Grays. To tell us what it was like back in 2006 before the iPhone. Tell us what the game was like. It wasn't a game. It was our lives. And it still is.
I love this Baja Blast.
Oh, yeah?
I used to, when I saw it, I was like, this is ridiculous.
Takes you back,
When I
right?
taste it. Oof.
Let me fry you up some Spam. Let me take care of you, dog. Dog, man.
That's a great drink.
Wash that down. Oof.
That's a great drink.
I mean, yeah. Saw a lot of that.
That Doodaddy. That
It's up in
Baja Blast
yeah,
Doodaddy.
A lot up, and I was up in Hannah Pepe and those fucking getting real locals in the grocery stores. That's how I like to do it.
Yeah.
Kind of get local.
Get a taste for
Get a
the
taste of
reality.
the local barefoot flavor.
Yeah.
Really
Get
no
out of
shoes
that
around
resort mentality.
here. Shoes around here, huh?
Why?
Okay.
What's the point?
Wow, I'm trying to eat this delicious vegan meal, but this is a chicken and a cat standing right down there at my feet saying, what's up?
Asking
Chaka
for-
Barra, asking for Ono Grinds. You going to get them. Listen, baby. I mean, I'm in the Jeep, letting people go in traffic. I don't fucking got to be anywhere. I got to be anywhere.
Island time.
Island time. Shit.
Simulations with animal models meant to mirror galactic cosmic radiation exposure to astronauts are raising red flags for investigators at Georgetown University Medical Center. Raising questions about the health of astronauts during long voyages, such as to Mars. Their most recent study, published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences, suggests that deep space bombardment by galactic cosmic radiation, otherwise known as GCR,
Yeah.
could significantly damage gastrointestinal tissue, leading to long-term functional alterations. The study also raises concerns about high risks of tumor development in the stomach and colon.
These things you got to think about.
Their previous work has highlighted potential impairment to brain tissue as well as accelerated aging on long space trips due to the effect of energetic heavy ions, which don't affect Earthlings
No.
due to the protective global magnetosphere.
Well, what's up there? You don't know? Man, my gully work's all fucked up here. How about you, other astronaut person?
I'm not feeling so
Not
hot.
feeling so hot either.
How long is this trip?
God, we're in Mars. Like, fuck, that's not close, is it? What's the flight on that? Shit, I don't feel too good. How's your brain function? Bad because of the ions, heavy ions.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
You got to look into that.
So I guess
You got to talk about that. Ask Gosling about that. He went up there, right?
simulations with animal models is a nice way of saying
Oh, yeah.
that's taking real animals. It's not a model of an animal, right? That's taking
Yeah,
a
it's
real
not like
animal,
a 3D.
simulating.
Yeah, well, 3D print an animal, and no, you'll grab a fucking dog and do it. Come here, dog. Yeah, they love to do that shit. Well, we got to get there, right?
We gotta know.
Gotta know. Grab some of those dogs.
Get another one.
Dogs have owners. Grab a few.
Dog. It's not cool.
Hey. Rather a dog than Gosling. He went up to the moon.
Does he?
No one's
I don't
told
know
me
what,
about it.
But no, because I haven't even seen this
Yeah.
fucking movie.
No
I don't
one's-
even know what you're talking
He's
about.
up on the moon right now. A lot of rumors. Him and Ava fucking separating, but he's up on the moon. They want me to go see it.
Who wants you to go see it?
Everybody
It's
wants
out?
me to see it. It's right there, waiting for me. I could have right after Snore Is Born. I could have rolled right in.
Oh, I mean, will I see that?
Well, I mean, you saw Moon. Everybody yelled at me about that. They went up to space on that. Oh, you haven't seen Moon? Moon? No, I haven't.
Anyone call you about my my paid advice concept?
People are in.
People are in, right?
Loving it.
I've been getting a lot of positive.
It's like I'm the crazy one. Totally
Could have
normal.
told you that.
Totally normal.
It seems like there's a lot of positive response and
Overwhelming
people asking
positive response for you. Me, not so much. I was watching the 2018 BET Hip Hop Awards, and they have their cipher where they bring up the hottest new rappers, hip hop artists. They drop that beat, and then here they come in. Let me hear this flow. But I'm more interested, as you know, in the names of the rappers, because to me, that's the most important thing. Your rhyme scheme, your bars, secondary to your name. There was a rapper from Providence, Rhode Island. He goes by the name Flawless Real Talk. That's all I needed to hear. Thank you, Mr. Flawless Real Talk. Someone's done some fucking homework. So enjoying him. And then I have from Chicago, Illinois, Taylor Bennett. What? Taylor Bennett. So you're an Instagram model. Have you seen that Instagram model?
Taylor Bennett.
Setting her thirst traps named Taylor Bennett. She's from Malibu. No, actually, it's a rapper from Chicago. It's Chance the Rapper's little brother.
Is it?
He goes by Taylor Bennett. Now, Chancellor Jonathan Bennett decided when he became a hip-hop artist, you know what I'm going to call myself? Chancellor Bennett. And then someone was like, that's your name. And he was like, oh, yeah. Flawless Real Talk. Let me... Chance the Rapper. Perfect. Taylor, on the other hand, said, no. I'm Taylor Bennett.
Always have
And then
been.
a hip, a hop, a hippie to the hippity hip hop. You don't. What? You do stop. Go get a name and then come back. Don't need it. My rhyme schemes, that's all I need. Like Philadelphia's own Sean Smith. Whoa! Wow. Meek Mill? He's from Philly. Well, so's Sean Smith. Listen, I don't know. I mean, it's not, you don't have to give yourself a name, right?
I guess.
Rakim. You don't have to.
But if you have a cool name.
Like Sean Smith or Taylor Bennett.
But no, I'm saying like Rakim, like, you know.
Yeah, maybe you can just. Maybe do they think? What I think it is they think their skill and ability is so unparalleled that they don't even need the artifice of a name.
Well, I think that, and that also that maybe the feeling amongst younger rappers is that the name thing is so played out, and like that you can't be. Yeah, but
like that in of itself, the artifice of the name is disingenuous to my craft and my artistry. And so, as you can see on my Instagram page in my bikini, I'm Taylor Bennett. I'm sorry, I can't find you on the internet.
Malibu, California.
I can't find you because there's 36 Instagrams of girls named Taylor Bennett from Colorado to Rhode Island. I can't find you online, rapper person. I heard he's a good rapper. I can't find him online because his name's Taylor Bennett.
It does feel like that's got to be what it is, though, right? That it's not cool to give yourself a name anymore.
Yes, he's T-Rex Bananas, as far as I'm concerned. You can have that.
T-Rex Bananas is good.
Taylor Bennett had a terrible career until Seth managed him and named him T-Rex Bananas. And now he's on tour with Post Malone. Voila. Seth's done it again. We live in Hollywood. We're very lucky. The island of Kauai, the Garden Island, it really works for me because of the amount of filming that goes on there. So for me,
Sort of an extension.
it's sort of an extension of my life
your
here.
Hollywood identity.
So I drove and, oh, yes, Jurassic Park. Yes, the Nepali coast. Oh, yes. So for me, it was very easy to get acquainted because I had so many things I'd seen in my life filmed
Never
there.
seen Jurassic Park, have you?
I have it recorded like next week on HBO. I'm so psyched. I literally don't think I've ever seen Jurassic Park. I'm going to watch it, though, right here. And I'm going to be like, ooh, those are beautiful trees.
That's where I was. I was
saw
right
beautiful
there.
trees. There's a little thing in the LA Times called Where the Cameras Roll. And they tell you commercials, TV shows, movies that are filming in LA. Like, what's the production each week? Just a sampling of productions. So I've got a triple yes, please. Let me tell you some of the samplings of permitted shoots this week. We got an upcoming Hulu series, Less Than Zero, based on the Bret Easton Ellis book and movie.
The show?
The show. Yes, please. Got season number 7 of Top Model Poland. Can't say no to that, so yes, please. Why not?
Why not?
And, of course, I got season 5. I got my Bosch right now as we do this show in the Red Sox and Dodgers, as our respective baseball teams battle each other in the World Series. Bosch prowls these city streets, cleaning them up like only he can.
Right. That you could get in on that. Couldn't you get in on that?
I could get on some Bosch. You mean like in a real way with an agent, or stumble into some Bosch?
No, I maybe somewhere in between that. A
Somewhere
real
into,
agent
an agent and tripping into a Bosch camera. Oh, is this a Bosch camera?
No, I just think you could get like a walk-on.
Something.
One line.
Hey, what are you guys shooting? Just sort of stumble in. Hey, what you shooting? There's a Maytag commercial?
There's anyone that we know
Bosch.
that works on that show that we could be like, yo, Seth loves it.
Can you just,
Get him on there. Just a walk on.
walk on. Open a door for Bosch. Thank you, Bosch. And then they cut. Why would you say that? My bad. The scene was to open the door and just nod at him. Not say, thank you, Mr. Bosch. You don't know who it is. My bad. Scene 8, take 6, and action. Oh, thank you, Mr. Welliver. No, cut. Again. You've acted before, correct? Well, yeah, it's been a little while.
Define acting.
It's been a little bit define acting. Jesse Camp, Crossroads, 30 years ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
I was trying to, just get some fucking local. Can I get a local hire in Kauai, Just
Right
get in
off
on
that whole trip.
Just write that whole thing off. Yes, Mr. Magnum. Open the door for him. Thank you, Mr. Magnum. Got to get on that. It's tough when, when I'm auditioning for stuff. They only shoot Magnum PI and Hawaii Five-0 there. So that's cool.
Hawaii Five-0 still on?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Big show.
It's a huge show.
Great show.
So that's great, but there's only 2 shows. So I bet there's a lot of actors trying to get the one guest role a week on the 2 television shows.
They get to stay in Hawaii for fucking
I
2
just
weeks.
gave you fucking Less Than Zero and Bosch right here this week.
Yeah.
Come back. I'm trying to get people to leave the island so it's even less populated when I get there.
Yeah.
Come back.
More opportunity for you.
More opportunities for me to farm my mac nuts, my avocados. If I could just open a fucking avocado farm.
My friend's brother owns a coffee and macadamia nut farm on the Big Island that I will be visiting at the end of next month.
Fresh mac nut.
I'm going to go there and try that out and see what that story is. He's been out there for 20 years.
It's a good climate.
I want to talk to him
Good
about...
climate for that ganj.
Oh,
Woo!
remember? I mean, that was a real thing back then.
My God.
That Maui Wowie
Maui
was no
Wowie.
joke.
First thing I asked for at the Lahui Airport.
Yeah.
Get that Maui Wowie. The Lahui Airport looks like a 1970s fucking bus station. What is going on here?
They're all outdoor outdoor baggage claims and
totally.
shit. It's
Literally.
it's like
Landed. It was like old school, walk down steps, onto the tarmac, smoking. This is great. Like fucking John Hamm in a Mad Men episode. This is wild. Drop that lay on. What's up?
it's
Insane
something else.
place.
It's wild.
Scenic, wonder,
I can't
and
believe
beauty.
you went on vacation.
You're totally right.
That you went there.
No, I didn't just go on vacation. The night before I had some bullshit, and I was like, do I take this, like notes, things I want? No. I open up a drawer.
You put your shit in it?
Put the shit in it.
Like you
Put my board shorts on.
and that was it.
Put my Bogies Liquors Hollywood cap so people would know what I'm about. I dip that around everywhere. Bogies, Hollywood. What's up? Bogies Liquors. You know where I'm from. Right here, Hollywood. Where you from? Hollywood. just kept saying everywhere. Everywhere I was. Where you from? Hollywood. Couldn't even get it out. They love it, though. They love it. You weren't kidding.
I'm very.
Let's just, for a second, with a geologic, natural splendor and wonder. You know what it does, too? When you're actually, no word of a lie, when you're connected to the earth in that way, it really does make you think about the fact that, like, oh, shit, yeah, like.
We're spinning on a giant rock.
Yeah, like you know,
it's
more so than when you're standing in, like, Detroit.
It's impossible
like,
not to.
like,
and that that it's maybe not with the most overwhelming panic and fear that realization comes to you because
that, like,
it's so. But I'm saying in
I
some
was real good.
circumstances, you kind of realize that, and it's like, what the fuck is going on? But there's something about it there where it happens, and you're like, this is so beautiful that it kind of makes the insanity of that reality
hey,
bearable.
yeah,
of like,
it
this
makes
is
it
like
more just
we
like,
are
no,
like floating. We are in the cosmos.
But just like stop polluting because like it's so nice here. And my special sunscreens with all those benzoates on it. My coral, you know about the coral, dog. Gotta protect that coral. Really doing my part.
You gotta tell me about.
We'll talk after.
Yeah, you gotta hook me up for the next trip.
Very important. Watch a documentary on that. Hawaiian Airlines, beautiful people. Dallas Cowboys Cheerleaders Media Training Day. Bring some of the women in as we close in on these final roster spots of 36 women. Got to make sure that you're capable and you're going to be out and about. You're going to be representing the Dallas Cowboys organization.
Yeah. I mean, if the team's not capable,
Listen,
the cheerleaders
so,
may as well be.
You're going to be representing an organization that was telling Seth, we will not help you win and watch our coach fuck up more. When Tony Romo during the game is saying, you should be doing this, as I'm on the couch saying, you should be doing this, and the coach is standing on the sidelines clapping and not doing that, that's a systematical problem.
Can you just do me a favor and remind me
when the Saints go
how
to
much
Dallas,
money I win when my boys win the Super Bowl this year? Because that's happening.
If the Saints win the Super Bowl.
Just trying to, you got to remind me of the figure that I'll be clearing.
I don't want to tell tales out of school.
It's over $1,000.
Oh, I think it's $1,600.
Okay.
You motherfucker.
Because we're looking real right.
Oh, you're going to look right on November 29th on Thursday night when you roll into Big D and I have all my pieces of the puzzle finally put together.
Calm down. Pieces of the puzzle. I mean,
Mari Cooper, pieces of the puzzle.
Yeah.
Thank you, done something. Let's get back to business
Little
here.
adjustment that time necessary.
Get back to business here. The Me Too movement is a big deal right now. Do you feel that this is a big concern that the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders should take on? Taylor T, she's a rookie. The blankest of blank faces one could ever imagine. I said, oh, Taylor T, no. Oh,
Tell me
Taylor
you know
T.
what this is.
Taylor T, tell me you're... The Me Too? There's so much shock in the room that they repeat, are you not familiar with the...
Mr. Me Too
with
movie?
Mr. Me Too, Douglas Me Too, Mr. Douglas Me Too, excuse me, Senior Esquire. I'm not familiar with the Me Too movement, no, ma'am. Okay.
All
so
right.
Okay. So later, in a post-interview, they have to bring her in to the office. Kelly says, I was kind of curious. Everyone's so shocked about this turn of events. How do you consume your news? Do you have your TV, radio? No, ma'am. I have Instagram. Oh, Taylor T. Oh, Taylor T. Oh, Taylor T. Oh, Taylor T. You just done it on national TV, Taylor T.
But she's already a cheerleader?
No, she was
hasn't
cut.
made the
She
team.
was
She
cut.
got- yeah.
She was cut. I'm sorry. Spoiler alert. Taylor T was cut. My bad. Shit. That's like saying Bradley Cooper dies and like, oh no, did I say that? Committed suicide? Oh no, did I say that? Oh, spoiler alert, snore alert. I mean,
mid-90s
the amount
or Star Is Born?
Oh, mid-90s was fucking not even a movie. It was that was like an hour and 5 minutes. It was like a long
I was like
Amazon
watching
episode.
an interview with him talking about it, and he's like, yeah, like when you say period piece, like everyone thinks powdered wigs, but like this is like really important because it's like all these deep conversations happen because it's like a time before cell phones, and I'm like,
it's like, you know, on my kickflip, and it's like a period piece about kickflips. It's called kickflips. What's it called? The movie's called Kickflips? Barely a movie.
I gotta see that now too.
Full Frontal with Samantha Bee. They go outside of AT&T Stadium before a Cowboys game because they want to ask about the midterm elections. So we found out from the cheerleaders. Let's find out from the fans. Let's take the temperature of the Cowboys fans. A guy in his 20s, good-looking, handsome young man at the game. There's a whole Me Too movement happening. Do you know about this? Blanker than Taylor T. Drunker, but blanker. Yeah, I'm not in the loop. So not over in Dallas. We're not over on that, huh? A little bit behind over there. I thought Hawaii was a little bit behind. But I guess in Dallas they're a little bit behind as well.
Yeah.
A little bit behind.
I think that's
catching up on some things, some issues to work on. So that's but as that reminded me, I think I showed you this. Do you remember in the Golden Globes in January when that motherfucker from Stranger Things, David Harbour, he had the Time's Up. He had his tuxedo on, and they gave him a Time's Up button.
On the
so
red
let
carpet.
me give you a little. We gave it to Taylor T and an anonymous Cowboys fan. How about David Harbour, humongous star of another trash TV show? GMA's Laura Spencer. Real quick. Time's up on blank. Oh, so she really... There it is for you. Just got out of your limo, you rich motherfucker. Time's up on what, David Harbour, sheriff on Stranger Things? Oh, he's fucked. Like, 100% fucked. Doesn't have any idea what the button that his publicist has put on him. I mean... time's up on, well, time's up on, nothing.
No, he doesn't he give?
No, so she has to give him things because she's like, so
right.
you're an adult man who doesn't know anything. So I'll give you 3 things, run with it. Pick one. She's like, sexual harassment, predators, gender inequality. Pick one of your pin, Tux Man. And like women in the respecting that, giving the women the respect that they deserve in the workplace. Like I think that time's really up. Time's really up on women not getting the respect they deserve in the workplace. And he's like, got it, I got it. You don't got it. He thought like, the women thing, the dollar, 70 cents on the dollar. Yeah, that really pisses me off. I love women, Winona Ryder. What? Oh, man, it really gets I just get so angry when I find out that the women don't make as much as me, and I fight for them. That's what time's up on women getting jobbed and catcalls. Time's up on catcalls. Late, gonna go win an Emmy. I'm gonna go win a fucking Emmy.
I mean, yeah.
No fucking idea. Let me bail you out. Where what she should have done is just sat there and just been like, I'm going to put this handheld microphone down.
How long do you think he had? When do you think that pin got given to him? Like,
when they were leaving the limo, his publicist like stopped him and
wait.
boom, you love and respect women. 51% of the pop. Good luck getting the Emmy on your show.
Time's up on
surrounded by little kids. Pete actor probably. Go. Enjoy it.
Yeah, well.
Time's up on Time's Up should be on your career because you should be automatically like, you're replaced.
But hadn't they coined that term like 48 hours before?
No, this was like they did it because it was like we have.
Because
Okay,
it was
like January.
happening.
We can get the party started.
Okay. I couldn't remember if that was time-wise that.
Time-wise, no, time's up. Oh, time-wise, 60 minutes every Sunday.
But that was also
7:50.
that was the same one that James Franco was wearing the Time's Up, and then people like.
No, I don't think he could even go to that when it was at the Academy Awards.
I don't know.
This was this year.
No, because the tweets afterwards was like the irony of James Franco wearing a Time's Up pin when he forced my head down during an audition or whatever.
Yeah.
Fuck. I can't. I bought a van.
What are you talking about?
I'm all about that van life.
I forgot about that. I thought you might have been in the time that I was gone. You could have
I
jumped off.
figured
of
you
that.
probably thought I had given up on it.
So I wanted to prove you wrong. So I
So
went out
just
and
out of
just
sheer
got it,
spite.
just to stick it in your face.
Just out of sheer spite, I
And
bought
I drove
one.
it here tonight, and I'm sleeping outside of your place.
I'll be
tonight.
boondocking outside of your apartment.
So this is an actual thing. This happened. You own this. You went and you got it, and now you have it,
Yeah.
and you sleep in it. I'm gonna look at it, although we shouldn't.
No, I got cameras here.
Oh, okay. That looks like a big white van that if I saw, I'd say, if I was the police, I'd take a look in that. That's what I would say. That's what I would say. If I was the police, I would take a look at that.
Jeff, is this working?
There it is.
It's a 1989 Dodge B350.
89 was a good year. Oh, the B350?
However,
That was one of the good years for that.
it is a 21-foot motorhome.
Okay,
so
it's not a van.
It is a van that has been converted into
Extended.
it extended and also has a kitchen and a bathroom.
Oh, it's like bye.
flushing toilet,
Oh, bye.
electric pump, sink,
Dogs, bye.
water heater.
Dogs, bye.
Yeah, I've got a gray water tank, black water tank, fresh water tank.
Yeah. You're like
I'm
Game 6 and
gonna-
7 World Series Fenway. Bye.
I'm
Like, where's
putting,
Jonathan? He's everywhere.
Going through the process of trying to figure out how to get my solar set up for it.
Got to get that solar set up. Where's your first trip?
I've got to start small, probably. Maybe go
Just
up,
to see,
go
get
up
her-
north.
get
Just
her on the coast.
It's an older vehicle.
Yeah, you want to.
The gentleman that owned it prior did a great work on it. Kept a lot of documentation on it. It seems to be totally fine.
Bleached it before he gave it to you?
Yeah.
Full bleaching?
But I just want to make sure, not to go too far. So I'll go up north, come back,
All right.
then hopefully take a trip.
But let's full bleach. Let's full bleach it.
I've been
Because I don't want any genealogy.
I've been doing quite a bit of.
they found the Central Oregon State
you're
Killer's
saying-
DNA was like in a van, and
That
you'd
you
have
were
to
just
be like,
saying, just from a cleanliness standpoint, hygienic. You're actually saying
no, I mean,
for
yeah.
evidence.
So like when the trial comes up, yeah, he killed a lot in the 70s, but they got his DNA in a van down in L.A. at one of those 89.
Crazy how young he was when he started killing in the 70s.
I guess he was 3 when he had his first kill. Hey, genealogy. Who knew?
Who knew?
Hey, DNA. Fuck it. It's new. There's gonna be a few of those cases where people are gonna get like, "Oh shit!" until we figure that out.
I will
I just
go
don't want
on
it to be you.
record as saying that so far
So good.
it has been one of the more enjoyable projects, experiences I've ever had in my life. Just learning the systems,
Yeah.
going through it,
Gears, the
trying
buttons.
to update it, getting it ready and stuff.
Road ready.
I am like,
Legal.
I'm obsessed.
That's awesome.
Watch a lot of vids on. I've been watching so many vids.
Got to.
I mean, from anything from like installing solar systems to
Yeah.
putting headers on it to
Got to get headers on it.
to cooler shootouts, which I'm still something
Fascinating.
about cooler
Fascinating. I mean,
shootouts.
cooler shootouts, I get lost.
These 5-day ice challenges get
Oh
me.
my
I don't know what the
God,
fucking
man.
deal is, man.
Yeah, man.
They're so bad.
I
and
saw a cooler shootout vid. It was about 39 minutes long. Ooh, fuck, man.
I don't know what's wrong with me.
Whoa.
I
There's
think
nothing
I'm
wrong with you.
maybe my age or
No,
something
you
that
just
I'm
do
like
you do you. You got to be proud of who you are.
I want to be out there.
You want to live.
I don't want to be a full timer. I ain't trying to be like, but I want.
Can't you get the wind in your hair and some fresh air? Is there anything wrong with that?
I think it's a
You're
great
an American man.
vehicle to.
You got an axe in that? You gotta have an axe.
I already have my axe.
Gotta have an axe in there.
My axe is already there.
Gotta have it. Kill or be killed out there.
Considering a firearm,
Have to have a fucking piece out there. Who wants the smoke? That's what I yell when I pull into any campsite. I'm right here. Whoever wants the smoke. What? Throw a kielbasa on that fucking grill, bone down, shower up, and go to bed. Van life. I let those fucking coyotes put me to sleep and wake me up. That's it. You have an adaptability to you.
I think it reminds me of my childhood.
That's awesome.
Because of doing it with my parents.
Why don't you roll up and see your folks? Take a trip up there.
Well, that's the plan. That's the point of the vehicle, is to try to, obviously, to have something to camp in, but to basically be able to wiggle up and down the West Coast, going to visit them while looking at property
your coast,
to buy.
I call it. Where's Ben? Denver? Roll out to Denver. See your brother.
Yeah.
We should roll out and see Ben.
So anyway, I'll keep you posted.
Yeah.
But it happened.
You slept in it yet?
No, I've
tonight.
I've nodded in it.
Okay.
But not a
Nodded
full on
off in it.
Not a full on sleep.
Okay.
Listen to a lot of Hawkwind and stuff in it, you know.
Definitely.
If I turn the LED lights just right and put on some stony music, the windows open, I can kind of be like, I feel like I'm kind of stoned.
I feel like it in the garage with the door closed.
Like I'm a little
no,
stoned.
bye.
Turn the engine on.
Oh, good night, sweet prince. Fuck this.
Might do that. Might be a way to go out.
Hey, it's always
put
there.
Put the propane on and just let it rip.
Fuck.
But yeah, it's been fun so far. But I'll start.
Yeah,
I'll start giving some real reports once I get it out on the road.
Out on the road, yeah.
See if there's any catastrophic breakdowns.
Tom Petty on, window down, doing that weird thing that I was doing in movies where people like put their fucking hand. I hate that so much. If I see one more fucking trailer of a movie where a motherfucking driver puts their hand out and does that wave thing, I will come by with a fucking machete and whack it. Fucking Mandy it off. Oh.
One time.
Look at me, man. This is how I show in my trailer, whatever the fuck the movie's about, that I am Ferrari. She could. I'm waving the left arm out that driver's side window. This means there's a freedom.
I remember one time when I was a kid, there was like this hippie van in front of me. Signals weren't working.
Okay.
So the driver puts his hand out, letting me know he's making a turn.
Okay.
I make the same turn. And then there's like another thing that happens. Another hand signal comes out. And then a third hand signal, he's like, starts doing that.
Because he's feeling so good.
The third hand signal. Then the other passenger side, somebody puts their arm out. And then they're like
doubling it. Making love.
Flying.
Flying together. Let's fly. Fucking people. Oh,
I just don't know why I remember it so well.
I don't know why I do it every day.
I was like, I want to
on the way here.
I want to be that.
That's how I feel free.
I want to be that.
Let's make love like this.
An analysis of over 50 billion phone calls in the U.S. found that 3.7% of calls in 2017 were scam calls. Now, that percentage has jumped in 2018 to 29.2%.
Okay. That's a huge jump.
That is terrifying.
Okay.
Now, it is projected that in 2019, it'll hit 44.6%.
Next year. Enjoy your phones, everybody, next year. Have a great time on your fucking phone.
I mean, I get those scam-likely calls on my phone constantly. So
you're basically, next year, for the entire year, nearly half of every fucking phone call you receive will be
bogus.
A fucking bogus fake call. I thought we worked on that.
But
Didn't we fill things out or sign things up?
I think that must have been a dupe, right? That must have been a long-term dupe. That by putting your number on, it confirmed that it was real.
You actually get triple till 2029.
Right. Or something like that.
You have 6 months off, and then you get quadruple.
Yeah, the do not call list was like a no.
That's what you got to campaign
on.
That's your campaign slogan.
was thinking about the fact that when I read that, it's sort of odd because it seems as though it's a mode of a medium that is nobody fucking talks on the phone. Nobody uses
I
it.
guess no one, because only
So
people text.
it's like,
Can they start texting you?
yeah, I mean that there's
Can they
that,
do
but
that?
there's not as much of that. But that will happen over time. It seems as though there's more scam calls than there are texts. However, there are scam texts as well.
Like, sup? Like, you up? This is the U.S. government. And you owe
Hey,
us
you
mad
up?
cash, homie.
Oh, man.
Venmo me to this prince. Wow. It's 2 a.m. It's gotta be real.
legit.
Nah, that's how they do it now.
But that is like an epidemic, though. At 30%,
at
that's
50
an epidemic. 44%, that's like
That's
turn
just
your
take
phone
your fucking
off.
phone and like
It's not even a thing
yeah,
anymore.
just
It's been taken over.
Just drive over it with your new van. Fuck it. I mean, you're only texting anyway.
Yeah.
Fuck. That's what's gonna happen. We'll have to revert fully back to just answering services.
Well, that was the thing. My friend came in the other day and he was like, dude, I did it. And I was like, he's like, I have a new phone number. Take it down. And
He wants
I
to
was like,
start
what
fresh.
is it? And I go to grab my phone and he takes out his phone to tell me his number because he doesn't know it by heart yet. And he's got a little fucking flip phone.
Flip.
But then
Boom.
what the fuck are you going to do with that if half the calls that are coming in
Half your
are
jitterbug
fucking
calls are like,
bogus?
hey, it's car gurus. We want to get you in on that loan on that. Whoa, car gurus? Why are you calling me? Why is car gurus calling me?
I don't know.
What are you gonna do?
It sucks. Though it's like, yeah, I don't know. I guess the idea is the thing to do.
Thinking like back in the day, like say the 80s, like if it was like 5:30 and somebody called and it was like, how dare you? The audacity
Like,
while
we
my
are sitting down to
my
dinner.
family is sitting down to dinner. We're going to talk about church and school and how dare you, 1986.
Yeah.
Click.
I know.
Now it's just like.
Well, I guess
fucking-
the also I think one of the things is that we all want to hold on to our numbers and our addresses so much so that people can continue to get in touch with us.
case, like,
I
an
think
ex-
maybe do the
maybe-
opposite. Just be like, oh no,
Well,
like
what are we thinking,
every
like-
6 months I like change my
Like,
shit
it-
and I text the
like an
30
ex-girlfriend
people I
from
need
high
to
school,
know.
Like if I change my number, like what if she decides to finally call me back and give me the love I deserve and need?
I think so.
I gotta keep this
I think that
address.
even
Are
though
you ever gonna
you don't
move?
need that because you have Facebook. Not that you
Private
do.
investigators,
It's just
Magnum.
You don't need anything.
We have
You just
Magnum.
put their name into a fucking thing and
Call
you can find them.
Magnum. We fucked on the beach 30 years ago, Magnum. Find her on your beach.
I did. I found her.
I found her.
I did. I
know
found
you
her.
did.
I
She's
talked to her.
She works at the
She
Kauai
called me
Community
back.
College.
She wasn't from there. She's from Dallas.
I know. She doesn't know about me too.
She knows about you. That was weird. That was something I wouldn't do
Recommend
nowadays.
to anyone listening, if you have that inclination,
I
don't
wouldn't
do that.
It was definitely
It was healthy though. It was therapeutic.
I don't know if it was. I just think it was
You're like,
a
hey,
special.
Hey, I'm still waiting.
It was a unique time.
Hey, you remember something didn't happen that night? You remember?
I didn't come.
This nut. That's why I'm calling. She'd be like, yelled to her husband. Like, why are you calling me? Because I got a bone to pick with you. For that bone that didn't get busted. Me too. Click. Oh yeah, dude. Like, no. Don't say what you do.
Hashtag I had to.
Hashtag you dude. Hashtag Seth Martelli 888-852-2357. Click.
No, I just think it was.
Yeah, I do.
I think
You
it
gotta
was like
scratch
a.
that itch. You can't let it go once it's in your head.
But also that it was a time
to remember.
in the world when that was still novel enough.
Beautiful.
No, I don't mean. I just mean that the ability for me to track her down, find her,
Yeah.
hunt her,
Yeah.
kill her.
Find her husband, eliminate him. First, we got to eliminate.
No.
His name's Jim Shaw. If we first eliminate him, oh fuck. First, we get a van. Then they can't trace us.
It was super chill.
No, I'm sure. It's funny.
It was
As
funny.
As long as
It was funny.
Listen, everything is like, it's funny because you're fucking rad and dope, and your intention was just, it's all good. It's like you're talking about, therapy. It's all good. I'm not going to come to your house. I'm not going to kill you. It's just that it's not good because it just gets not.
It gets not good.
Where you're coming from, it's just even people say shit. What do they mean? What are you saying? Do you know what's the intention of this person? Are they trying to like the intent is real and
but
pleasant.
What was
nice.
but what
I don't know what your motivation is.
That's what I'm saying.
So maybe
like
that's
I have
weird.
to look at that.
But I don't
what
think
did I think?
I don't know. But didn't come from a sinister place. It just came from a weird place.
Maybe a weird place.
Which is okay.
Definitely not sinister. But also, I don't think I assumed.
Hey.
I assumed.
Do you know who this is?
I assume all people at that point of my life, I assume all people I haven't spoken to in 25 years or whatever were married with children. So I think it was more just
but
like.
Also still dreaming about
hey,
you.
like.
Hey, you still dreaming about me?
You still dream about me?
Cool.
Another one. Click. UhhYeahDude. 888. Yeah, it's me, man. Oh, yeah, the voice. Yeah, it's a little bit deeper, but it's still me.
Click.
Going through your old notebook. Hey, man. Yeah, crazy, man, right? Malibu, man, was crazy. Diane, right? Oh, yeah, you remember this. A Shaka and a Braha. 888-842-2357. Click. He's doing it. He's calling everybody. Everybody. New Orleans. There was a woman in New Orleans. He was a boy. He tracked her down.
There was a girl
She's in a mental
in
institution.
Hawaii.
Okay.
A different trip to Hawaii.
Okay. Wow, you just did it.
That I fell for really hard.
Hard bodies.
And she lived in the Bay. And I had her number written.
Hella memorized.
No, I never memorized it. She had written it on a piece of paper the day before I left. It was a totally...
Brandy, put a little heart on the eye. Never forget it.
It was a totally... what's the word? Non-physical.
Okay.
Time that we had together in...
Just kids.
We were young. But I was very, very smitten with her or whatever. And I remember we spoke quite a few times after...
on the landlines.
I got back to LA and the old landlines, and she had written her number down. When I got home, I wrote her number on my old Mac, my old Apple computer, and it was like a giant. I wrote it in like giant letters on this, like document, and it was like it just sat,
stared at you
on my desktop forever. And so anything I was doing, her number was always like in the corner right there.
Whatever you were doing on the
and
computer.
then. There was not that kind of a computer. Couldn't do that with a
couldn't do that
computer
yet?
back then.
Fuck.
It's funny. It's one of those things where it was like I would have no means of trying to track this person down or finding her, and it was like one of those things where it's like there's not that many circumstances that you can kind of be like, oh shit.
I remember that person,
but I couldn't find them. Wouldn't know where to start.
Magnum would.
Magnum might.
I'm telling you, man. It's just last 10 minutes, though. I couldn't stay up. When you doggy paddle in the ocean for fucking 3 hours, barely trying to stay alive.
It's a romantic place, though, isn't it?
Took me a little bit. Got into the fucking pool at first. Went into the pool and took some water in. Literally.
Haven't been in a pool in.
Jonathan, I was almost dead 2 hours after we landed on the island.
But
I went into the water and
forgot you
wasn't
couldn't
even
breathe.
A slide. I didn't even know what to do, and then took in so much water, and I first split second was like, I'm gonna die in this pool 2 hours after I got here, which would be perfect, right?
When was the last time you had been in a pool?
A body of water? Don't know.
A pool.
Jonathan. Like at a pool party in like
The
Haverhill
90s?
in like 8th grade when the Red Sox won like the World
You
Series.
haven't been in a pool here?
In
LA? At a pool party?
I jumped in one with all my clothes on. My friend Nick called.
Drunk.
Remember that time? Drunk off a roof. That's different.
It doesn't count.
Yeah, I took in
But the
You know what
ocean.
I didn't know. Let me tell you what I don't like. I don't want to even say it. I didn't know this. Fucking sand.
Sandy.
Fucking sand, man.
Gets everywhere.
That fucking shit ain't no joke.
It's
I didn't know.
It's pervasive.
I didn't know. Don't love it. You could get rid of the sand. I'm 100% in.
What would you put in place of it?
Asphalt. I don't give a fuck. It gets everywhere.
Yeah.
Didn't know that. That's all right.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
That's cool because I went to those cool little like press
Shower
a
it
button
off.
showers and talk with the locals. I'm like, hey, you getting sand off your feet? Me too. I guess we're both locals today. Oh, looks like we're both doing the same thing. And you're a local, so I guess I am too. Late. Cervezas, peace.
USA Today Snapshots, 57% of Americans say that they are paralyzed by stress. Oh. While 43% of them say that they are invigorated by it.
Oh, I feel great. It was like an Irish spring shower from stress. I wouldn't say we're not paralyzed, but it.
Well, that's half of them say paralyzed.
Paralyzed is that's a strong.
I mean, I certainly have been, but in passing, maybe for a day or two here and there,
like locked up in the van. He's been in the van. They had to call the police. He's been in the van for 48 hours. Is he? What's he? No, he's paralyzed with anxiety. Who's the guy next to him? That's Seth. He's invigorated, doing push-ups on top of your van.
I wouldn't say
invigorated. That's also like, who is that?
Creeps.
Yeah, like Mark Cuban. It invigorates me to make more billions, you little fucks. All right, money. All right.
Yeah, I would say that
people to get invigorated.
That I'm neither.
Ooh, when I'm in the boardroom. Ooh, when the stress gets going and my pit starts stanking. Oh, I'm invigorated to make more money.
Yeah, I would say that I'm hopefully neither.
Yeah, neither. The chips are on the line.
Neither nor.
I'm ready to fire a bunch of people and put them out on the street. Oh, the stress invigorates me.
Lets you know you're alive.
Oh, lets me know I'm alive and have all the money and you got none of it. Find a new place, family. It's tough. Whew. Ain't cheap on that island, I'll tell you that too.
Islands ain't cheap. You know why?
Well, I gotta get everything in there.
Everything's got to be fucking put on a boat for 2 weeks.
I was in some place that, like, it says on the menu, you don't want lettuce and tomato because it comes from the mainland. It sucks and you got to pay for it, so don't get it. It says it on the menu of the place. Like, fuck
I love
off.
that.
Get out of here.
Those avocados, though.
Those kawaii avocados that I passed by because I dismissed them as eggplants when I walked into papayas.
That's how big and beautiful they are.
God, papayas. When you find a home.
I'm not a fan of papaya.
No, I'm talking about the health food store papayas.
Sorry, got it.
When you walk into a place where you feel at home, and then you return again and again, and then you send them a card when you get home thanking them for what they did for you, which was save my life.
I can't believe you sent a card back.
I had to. These people.
What did you send? Like an UhhYeahDude card?
No, like a nice card thanking them for their service, what they provided, which was friendship, delicious
local
foods,
cuisine,
local Ono Grinds. Ono Grinds, right? Right? Anyone. No one really responding to me, giving it to them. Locals.
Where did you get Ono? Where did you pick up Ono Grinds? From someone?
Or I pick it
like
up?
Online?
Baby. You pick it up on the... No, I didn't read the book about Kauai until the flight home. The 6-hour flight home, I read the whole fucking book. Oh, I wish I knew that. Oh, I didn't know I could get a long sleeve Aloha shirt. I know that now.
I didn't know that either. That's cool.
Until I watched the doc about the guy that wrote the book on it. He had a long sleeve Aloha.
I'd fuck with those.
I'd fuck with that too, because I was dismissing it. But then I said, wait a minute. Didn't get into Rain Spooner. I didn't fucking know. I didn't get to Dakine for my burrito because I didn't know. There were places I didn't get to. I got to the Kauai Juice Company though. Oh, that fresh juice.
So you're gonna go back. You'll go back.
Well, it's a matter of going back. It's a matter of when she calls me back. I mean,
I can't wait.
Literally got back, typed in Kauai on my DirecTV. I watched watched all 3 of the Brady Bunches. Watched the fucking Ghost Hunters. Saw the Wraith Chasers at a fucking deserted hotel.
Well, they went to that because people got killed in the hurricane and they think they're there
still?
still?
No, it got destroyed in the hurricane in 92, but because they did like Polynesian fucking sacrifices or whatever the fuck they said they did there because it's like ancient. It's ancient grounds. I mean, you saw the Brady Bunch, dog.
I don't think I ever
You
did.
put it on his fucking Greg goes down in the surf. Fucking Peter's got a tarantula on him. It fucking happens. They're at the Sheraton Waikiki in Oahu. I was like, I can get down with that too if that's where the Brady stayed. Whew. Yeah, Greg went out into the surf for competition. Oh, so you're like, wait a minute. You live in like the valley. Your father's an architect. You go on a trip because he's overseeing a project and you just jump into a local fucking Hawaiian fucking surf contest. No. Oh, there's a surf contest? Yeah, I once surfed at Point Doom.
Get me in on this.
Get me in on. Whoa! Like puts the tiki on fucking.
Because it's like cursed or
Oh,
something?
it's straight cursed.
This is so bad and racist.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's great.
I don't know if this is true. I think it is because I looked up what episodes they're at. But next year's Simpsons Treehouse of Horror will be their 30th Treehouse of Horror Halloween episode. This one was their 29th. Next year is their 30th. It will be their 666th episode.
Wow.
Whoa.
Did you read this somewhere or did you just doing some math
No.
on your own?
Well, I was sitting going back through all my old episodes, my 600 episodes.
That would be crazy.
I mean, that could be it right there. That's when things
That's
could
maybe
like
you could-
come right off the TV and signal it.
Might be a good way to end it.
That could be it. Ooh, that's very scary. We'll see. It times out, though. I was like, I think it does actually. Times out.
Time's up.
Wow, time's up. What's time's up mean for you? Well, hey, man, time's up means it time's out. And it times out that next year's Simpsons, not this, I know it's January of 2018, not this Treehouse of Horror in October, Laura Spencer from GMA, but next year's, do you know what will be the Simpsons 666th episode? Peace out, Winona Ryder. Stranger Things. Worst show ever!
Pretty bad show.
I stopped at the first one, like 9 more seasons.
It's
Hulu,
not very
Netflix, Amazon, Facebook, Apple, fucking YouTube.
Facebook, Apple.
Facebook, Apple TV, fucking. This show's on Apple. This show's on Facebook.
Amazon,
this show's
Hulu.
on YouTube, Amazon, Netflix, Hulu, HBO, Showtime, Star. All of my channels. How in the world? What do they want from us?
I don't know.
It is impossible.
I do know that there's new episodes of Making a Murderer, and people are calling me and being like, well, Brendan Avery got out. And I'm like, no, he didn't. Like, stop watching this show because it's like behind. Like, they're like, he got out. And I'm like, no, they like fucking denied him. Like, they denied his appeal.
Like, no, he's not. He lives on the Big Island. What are you watching?
It's like, oh, you're fucking.
I couldn't bring myself to do that. I was like,
it's hard because it's like,
is it going to be good?
Do
they know stuff?
There's new stuff.
There's new stuff.
But I'm just telling you, there's something about knowing that it's like, I don't care because like they're both still in fucking jail, and so
is there new stuff? I want to know if there's new stuff.
There's new stuff,
but it's another 10 fucking episodes.
And he's got a new lawyer who's apparently like crazy awesome, and she's only spent her whole life just getting people off. But
all right,
I'm like,
I don't know.
But if you're 3 episodes in and you think that motherfucker gets out of jail, like I've been following the story since the first season, and it's he's still in jail.
It's too much. It was only because I kept saying Hulu, Netflix, Amazon. Then I dipped in and said, you know what? I'm going through the list of original programming on all of them. I'm going through everything they've done. And then that led me into Facebook, Apple, YouTube. And I was like,
there's TV shows on Facebook?
The amount of shows, right now it just started, the amount of shows that are in the pipeline on Facebook, in Apple, and YouTube, it is the pending or just sort of ordered shows was like, oh my God, there's 50 shows coming on. There's another 150 new shows coming out next year. On these 3 new, what do they want from us? I want to be in the loop. I want to know.
Watch our show, a new show on Facebook.
I don't know what to do.
Doesn't sound right.
Watch our new show on Facebook. I just don't know.
It's too much.
It's too much.
In Potter, Nebraska, the cook who mixed kangaroo meat into the chili he made for students at a Nebraska Panhandle school has lost his job. Potter Dix School Superintendent Mike Williams said Thursday the junior-senior high school's head cook in Potter, Kevin Fry, no longer works for the district. Williams said in a letter to parents that Fry told him that he augmented the chili's beef on October 10th with kangaroo meat because it is both lean and nutritious.
Heard that.
Williams says that the meat came from a food distributor which must meet federal requirements. He says that he does not think that the kangaroo meat was unhealthy or dangerous in any way. However, it was, quote, without a doubt, not a normal staple of our diet. He apologized for any anxiety the exotic ingredient may have caused and vowed that such incidents would not recur.
Not on his watch.
Quote, if a family wants to eat exotic foods, they can do so in their own time.
Like hummus.
Not at school, William said. Quote, if we're to have food or ingredients that are out of the ordinary, they should be listed on the menu so that the students and families are aware of what they will be being served. We will no way be serving food of this nature again, period.
Hell no. If we're going to put pineapple on our pizza, we're going to send an email out to the school district first. Let y'all know.
Some exotic fruits on this pizza.
You know, listen, after the whole kangaroo thing, we got to let people know today's lunch has hummus and there's pineapple on the fucking pizza. Let every other parents know.
The roux meat chili.
A kangaroo, that's a lean meat. That's a good protein.
I do know that it's...
They got really pissed about that.
Yeah, they don't like that.
But what's the difference, you know?
There isn't.
Once
I mean,
it's in
there
the
is,
stew-
but...
Well, there ain't. It's all the same. It's the fucking... The rougarou. It's all up in there.
Yeah.
But they didn't like that. What you feed my child? I don't know. There's like a bunch of animals. We kill them and then we put it in this. Which one was it? Because I know this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. I ain't never had that one. I'm going to kill you. But why? But think about it, Papa. But why? But why?
They do eat it in other places.
I'm sure they fucking...
They eat horse. The horse thing, I know that there was... We talked about on the show that there was a bit of a
fucking
push.
love kangaroo.
That there's a... You think Hemsworth...
That's why their skin is fucking so flawless. It's the fucking kangaroo, dog. Elsa, his fucking wife, she puts it in little pills, like little fish oil and kangaroo pills, and it's just boom.
Look at that.
Boom.
Look at that.
Oh, look at that. I'm sorry. I was just thinking about the island and, you know, the exotic parrots and swans at the Grand Hyatt, the beautiful resort and spa, and the grounds, the manicured grounds, and God, they're really well appointed.
Mm-hmm.
Really take care of things over there.
That's what they do.
They have to. Jonathan, with that bathrobe on, I had a bathrobe on for the first time in my fucking life. I was like, "It's a free bathrobe?" She's like, "Yeah, it's a bathrobe." I'm like, "I get to wear the bathrobe?" I fucking opened that bathrobe up, laid down in that bed, laid out that food, put on the Hawaii news as much as I could, and just got local. Yeah. Oh, really? That's going on over there, huh? Shit, that's on the city council? Oh, yeah, I like her. A lot of political... Yeah, I like her. I like what she stands for. Another Aloha shirt. Everybody. All right. Okay.
I think it's
a beautiful culture.
I think it's good that
I got more things to read.
You should go.
More things to
I think
watch.
You should go there for a long
it's
time.
Odd to read the entire book on the flight home, but took a lot of notes. But I just
wanted to have the experience.
I wanted the cleanest slate possible.
Absolutely. I think that's a good idea.
And when that light rain came, that warm rain and that plumeria mist washed over me, and I got my hand out that Jeep and I just did that thing. When I went to fucking Zucker-nerds and drove that compound, and I got to the front of it, I yelled out, "You getting Spectrum, huh? Because that's all you can get here, bitch. Want to talk to you." Golf carts. I mean, a 5-minute drive along. I was like, is this all fucking his? This is a bit much, sir. Got to the front. There was large complexes. You could see this beautiful home, but it looks like there were other, things. It was like an entire ecosystem of being built with just, as far as you could see left and right, the ocean, I guess it's 2 properties put together. 2, I guess one's like a sugarcane plantation. I mean, I don't know anything about square foot, mileage, numbers, anything. It was just, all I can tell you is in a Jeep driving by it, it was several minutes of just, oh, this is still your shit, dog?
Crazy.
Wow. Because you made something up on the fucking internet a few years ago? Fuck off. Wow.
It's wild.
Because you fucked the election up? Here, congratulations. Here's your reward. Because you destroyed us as a society, and your payment is voila. Wow, sweet. I get this for that? Yeah. And David Harbour gets an Emmy. And Jonathan wins the Super Bowl. And all the money from when I was in Vegas and got him a fucking ticket.
I'm glad you're back.
When you're in your house and you're watching the game and you say, hey, listen, I'm not a professional football coach. yes, I've watched football for 40 years. I consider myself knowledgeable. And you say, you should do this.
And
then your dear friend,
former
Seth Romo, former best friend, he says exactly what you're saying. But then you look on the TV and the man that is doing it in charge is just clapping, just like an animatronic doll, and doesn't do what you say, and then you lose. It makes you think, this is odd. This is weird because I'm not a coach. I am just a man who lives on Kauai. And because of the time change, watches his football 3 hours earlier than even they get in L.A.
It's like at dusk.
Come to Kalapaki Joe's for football and brunch at 7 a.m.
NFL dusk.
NFL fucking brunch at 7 a.m. Welcome home, Jesus. It's time for church and football. 7 a.m. on Sundays. So
Dawn, not dusk.
The games in England, because we've got last couple of weekends
right.
in England. Those games are, so that'd be at 3:30 in the morning. Wake up or stay out.
It's like fucking.
Yeah, go to the after
like
hours.
FIFA.
The after hours,
It's like FIFA shit.
The after hours is the football game in England. Love that. I mean, you really feel when it's even earlier. I mean, I always love that shit. The best thing in the world for any live sporting event to be in LA rather than the first 21 years when I lived in Massachusetts, because it's just so much better. Like these World Series games, when we turn it on, we'll be watching it now. The sun is barely setting. It's fucking, games will go to 1 o'clock in the fucking morning there. But man, 10 a.m. football, when I discovered that in 1995, dream. But 7 a.m. football, that's my jam.
You like that?
Oh, get the misery out right there.
I mean, I don't even.
I mean, yeah,
I'm not even
you
up.
can't even get a 125. Like you barely get a Sunday night game. You once got a Sunday night game. You'll get
Seems to be working out for me, though.
It's working out
I don't
great.
watch the games. I just watch the highlights after we
just
win.
hold your ticket. Or actually, I have your ticket.
Yeah, you do.
But it's in safe hands. I should probably get a little bit of that money just for facilitating that. I don't know how that works.
A cut.
What the vig is on that. We'll discuss that. I'll look that up online. What's proper? I don't want to be rude. Oh, yeah. November 29th.
10% maybe?
I would say 20 would be more apt. But that's going to buy you a lot of fucking big hats. That money.
A lot of fucking embossed.
A lot of embroidered, enormous hats. That game on November 29th, Saints Cowboys. I mean, it's going to have huge ramifications.
We'll be in Hawaii.
Oh my God, for real?
Yeah.
Holy shit, you'll be watching that game at 2:30? You motherfucker. It's like every dream I have. Because I forgot. I was like, oh shit, I need the fucking Saints to beat the fucking stupid Redskins. Don't even get me started with my fucking game. I didn't lose that game, so it's okay. I'll wait till they come back to Big D. I'm fine. Let me check on that. 2:30 in the after. I just put it on. It was like 3 or whatever. I'm like, oh my God, the fucking game's on right now because it's 3 hours earlier. That's so weird. It's very weird, right? Maybe that's just me. That's weird.
It's not.
Kalapaki Joe's football and brunch. Oh my God, I miss Bone Thugs and Harmony though at Poipu fucking Beach Athletic Club. First of the month in Kauai, just fucking barefoot as my boys are on stage.
Who's still there? It's just Busy Bone and Crazy Bone's dead? One of them, right? Which one's dead? Busy Bone's dead?
No, man. Plumeria Bone, you get him up there.
Plumeria Bone sits in with them when
it's crazy. UhhYeahDude.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much for coming back and joining us for episode 681 of our comedy podcast. Listen, we're no Brooklyn boys. We never said we were. We never advertised when we started this that we were fucking Brooklyn boys. So we're doing our best, and that's all we can do. So if you like it, thank you.
Crazy Bone died. No.
Rips. Come back for 682. 888-842.
No, Crazy Bone has the same lung disease that killed Bernie Mac.
Oh, shit.
An autoimmune lung disease called sarcoidosis.
Yeah.
But he's...
Yes, that is primarily affects African Americans, and I only know that because I have a dear friend.
Crazy Bone is still alive.
Caucasian who has that and said, "Isn't that crazy?"
Who's Caucasian that has it?
Who has that, and so that's how we found out. He's like, "This is like really affects African American men." Who's a Redskins fan? So God, that motherfucker. Come back for 682. Thank you so much. 888-842-2357. You can call the voicemail. And we have been filming the episodes. Those are on Patreon, so please go to Patreon and pledge to us so you can watch the show with a $5 pledge. Thank you to everybody that has been doing that before this ever happened, just that have been supporting us. Please keep doing that so we can keep doing these shows as we push through into, now that it's autumn, as we try to close out this year, this insane 2018. Try to get to those iHeart Podcast Awards in January, if you can just get us to there so I can cause a scene. No, I'm going to let you finish. But I'm going to say, when Brooklyn Boys wins, I'm going to say Brooklyn Boys, I'm going to say, yeah, dude, they had one of the best podcasts of the year.
We should try to crash that.
Got to. Yeah, come back for 682.
Maybe none of them are dead.
No? Okay,
You
so
know,
they're all alive and well,
they're all-
healthier than ever. All vegan yoga instructors.
tell me
Yeah, they're all
what's wrong.
dead. Yeah, they all died.
I don't know what's wrong
Consumption.
with me.
They all died of consumption.
Something's
You
wrong.
Sure?
Something's happened to me.
No.
I think I'm off.
Man.
Maybe, I mean, one was definitely in jail for a long time, but I thought one was dead. But I
Happens.
think maybe it's
We've all been there.
because Crazy Bone has the disease that people are like, oh, he's going to die from it. And then people say he's dead, but he ain't dead.
No.
Well, there you
All right,
have it.
There you have it.
All Bone
Again,
Thugs.
Bone Thugs are alive and well. Poi Poo Beach Athletic Club.
If you guys are in
If you're in
town,
town.
if you're don't miss that show.
Oh, if you're in town.
Come back for 682
682.
and welcome home, Seth.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for, you were 100% right. You had a feeling because you know me. You said, I think he's going to get there and he's going to breathe it in. And I breathed it in and it's fucking rad.
Yeah.
What a wild fucking place.
It's wild.
What a wild fucking place. What an amazing country.
Middle of the fucking Pacific
United
Ocean.
States of America.
Well, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could put out my own money.
I know that it does.
And bought
yeah.
myself a delicious fucking cold pressed juice. That's crazy.
That is what's
That's weird.
crazy about it. It's also not. It's like, oh, we
weird.
really did like fucking like take this place for
Hey,
ourselves in the
oh,
50s.
oh,
but
come on
there
now.
is something about it.
Hawaiian
that's,
spirulina popcorn,
you
poolside.
know,
It's okay.
There's something about that is a trip.
Sorry, I was just thinking about when I was up at the cliff at Shipwreck Beach. You know, me and the locals. I climb up there because they're jumping off this insane cliff. They
And
have
you're
these
like, I'm
sticks with
gonna do
GoPro.
that.
No, but they're like, hey, you jumping? And I'm looking at people like, what? I'm like, oh, they don't know. They think I got my fucking North Face sweatshirt, my bogies hat, my fucking
They're
white
like,
jeans.
this
They think
guy's
I'm
ready to
he's
go.
cool. He lives here. No, man. Yeah, I jumped earlier. Yeah, jumped earlier. I bruised a rib, I think. Jumped earlier. Are you out of your fucking mind? These guys were just like, like, but then they like a couple minutes later, like look around, there they come, like cool. It's like Point Break, like dope Polynesian. One of the dudes had like
Crazy tats.
just crazy
They
awesome.
get
like,
mad tatted
from
up
his
there.
shoulder down to his leg. I was like,
Yeah.
this guy is
That's
the
something
best guy.
I mean, that's always been there to some extent, but I would say just because of the popularity of tattooing in general,
Oh, so they're
it
getting
has
back to
gone
basics.
like
This
hardcore
guy had,
back to
you
basics.
know, just the best, like right.
Yeah.
It was
There's a lot of that now.
So
I
fresh.
noticed that this time there that 10, 15
You should
years
do it. You
ago
should get fucking,
there wasn't
you should
as
get some
much
work
of the,
when you were there.
I think you have to like maybe get like the cosign on that one.
Okay, like somebody you can
I
get
don't
that.
think you can just like
You can get a hood
roll
pass
in and
there.
be like, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, call Bruno Mars.
I'll call Bruno Mars and
Call
ask him
Bruno,
for a
get that
Polynesian
cosign.
hood
I need a fucking Polynesian hood pass. You can get a cosign. You're a hood captain, right? Seatbelts.
seatbelts.